Hello, hello, and welcome back to Silent Hill F. Frankly, while I want to remain consistent and stay on a schedule, I literally went to bed last night thinking, God, I can't wait to play Silent Hill more. And it didn't fade while I was sleeping, so here I am again. I just really like this game. So we're gonna pick up. There was some kind of update last night. Some kind of patch, but I didn't see anything notable, any changes really, probably just making sure it runs more smoothly. Shouldn't have any bearing on our playthrough. But let us continue where we left off, in the Dark Shrine. Hello, I am a fox. It's stuck. Oh no. So, as much as I want to see and show what's going on with Hinako Shimizu, I also... Incredible, all of them. Ooh, his mouth a little bloody. Had a bit of a nibble, eh, mate? Little bit of a chomping, a little chomping stomp, eh? I'm bloody know what I'm saying. Oi, mate. But, oh, what's this? He's got an arrow in him. Oh my god, he's entered avatar mode. Oh. I guess Hinako has been convinced that the world must be purged. Got that Final Fantasy X mindset. I will save the world by ending it. You're welcome. Family Physician's Log, February 13th, dawn. Mr. Hidetoshi and his wife have passed away, one after the other. At the time of death, the skin all over their bodies was covered in sores and had begun sloughing off. The smell was indescribably awful. I could not bear to take a closer look. The head of the house did not give permission to perform autopsies on the body. There will be no funeral, and they will be sent to be cremated immediately. February 14th. The eldest son has passed away. Again, there will be no funeral, and the body will be sent away for cremation. The eldest and second-born daughters are also experiencing symptoms that are worsening by the hour. I believe they will be in critical condition by tomorrow at the latest. So, while it doesn't explicitly state who they're talking about, I feel comfortable just sort of spoiling that it is the Tsuneki family. They've been having a little bit of trouble with their supposed curse. You might remember at the very beginning of the game when we were crawling through a alleyway, someone was talking about a cursed family. That, of course, is the Tsunekis, who we are pretty sure that Hinako is being married into. Okay, so no active threat. How did she grab me? Rude. I love the impact behind it. I love just the sheer force of each impact with the fox claw. Not to mention its abilities to literally steal souls and go quote-unquote beast mode. Let me go beast mode! Let's just activate Devil Trigger and instantly counter anything that comes after us while we are pseudo-invincible. Rude. Didn't your mother teach you any manners? For this, I'm afraid your soul is forfeit. Uh-oh, am I having broadcast difficulty? Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. 6 minutes in and already having problems, I guess. But I'm just going to run with it. If it becomes too unbearable, I will restart the stream, and if that doesn't fix it, then I guess I will just cry. Shriveled Aburiage. We're going to take that. Anything else we can find in this dusty-ass tome room? Some Higashi. We don't really need it. It gives us like 80 faith. Not really worth it. TBH. To be honest. To be honest. And then we have an illusory wall here. Woo! Some kind of important item there. We're gonna see what's through this hidden wall first. Something with talismans telling us that there is a fight about to happen. What is this? A housemaid's note. Shortly after I became their maid, there was talk of an arranged marriage for the young heir to a noblewoman. This led to the heir unceremoniously ending all his scandalous relationships with women, including one of the young housemaids named Sachi. Sachi came from, or maybe just Sachi? Unsure. Came from a family of poor farmers, but her beauty shone brighter than the sun, something that had caught the young heir's eye. By the time his marriage was being arranged, she already had a life growing inside her, and the two had made vows to run away and start a new life together. And yet the young heir cruelly and wantonly cast her aside. Likely, he simply did not want his prospective marriage to be ruined. So, the Tsunekis kicked Sachi out and drove her to some far-off place where they could forget her existence, despite the peace of the family she carried with her. People say that she was fighting back tears so hard that blood began to trickle from her eyes. So now, we're starting to get a little more of a picture as to why this family is supposedly cursed, being that there was an affair that resulted in a bastard child, then a mysterious plague, similar to what has happened with people who blaspheme against Inari. They all die, and suddenly the sole heir is this bastard son who lived in Abisu Gaoka, Kotayuki, who we know, and saved. And now Kotayuki wants to marry Shimazu Hinako, our character. So we've got, it feels sort of like we've been dragged into a situation that really we had nothing to do with, but that's also kind of the point, that Hinako doesn't really have control over her own destiny. Black Sparrow. This is the tale of Captain Black Sparrow. Let's just go ahead and add the Black Sparrow here, why don't we? No good, it won't budge. Darn. Let's go drop some stuff. Enshrine this Abureage that I won't use, as well as the Divine Water. Do I want to draw a random Omori? Do I have an Ana? I do. Do I want more stamina or more health? I feel like stamina for this... Or sorry, stamina. Got my stamina. Do I want more? I like being able to rip things up. But more than that, I like being alive. So we'll get a little more HP. Not too much of a problem, really. The banquet. Interesting way to phrase the foxes literally like being covered in flesh and eating something. But sure, let's see. Housemaid's note. The Tsunekis are the most notable family in this area and are known for their wealth. For generations, each head of the family has possessed a talent for business, an acumen they have utilized during times of social unrest to amass a large fortune. However, given that a great many suffered while they grew rich, their actions have often drawn envious eyes. When I first entered into service for the Tsunekis, my grandmother shared some of the many rumors that swirl around the family. Each time the world falls to pieces, the Tsunekis' treasury only grows larger. The Tsunekis are happily waiting for misfortune to strike so they can line their pockets. That don't sound particularly appealing for a young maiden such as ourselves. Oh boy, a torture room full of cages and dolls. At this point, I feel like we've hammered the women are dolls that are put in cages point home. I feel like I don't need to say that again. It's just showing more graphic symbolism. There we go. Oh, I managed to take them all down with those hits. I thought I had at least one more to take out, but you know what? We will take it. Heck yeah. I'm gonna eat some jelly to restore my bones. Because that's how that works. Jelly bones, jelly bones. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when jelly bones come for you? Jelly bones, jelly bones. Hello. Something I'm missing? Or did I go the wrong way, potentially? I might have gone the wrong way. Let's go back. Yeah, it's all burning off now, so... Not the right way. It's not too much of a big deal. There's only so many doors to open. We'll find our way around. What is this? What's this? What's this? Da-da-da-da-da. Good morning, my handsome boy. Your real last name is Tsuneki. And there we have confirmation that Kodayuki is of the Tsuneki lineage. It is told that those of the Tsuneki lineage are destined to bring good fortune when the world is in disorder. In fact, that is how your father earned succession to the Tsuneki lineage, and you, who have inherited your father's noble blood, are sure to be next in line. To make your name, I took one character from your father's name and one character from mine. That way, when anyone from the Tsuneki family hears your name, they will immediately know you are our child. So, we know the mother is vengeful against this family. And the family has recently, well, not recently, but before Kodayuki was named heir, they had a mysterious illness that caused lesions to appear on their skin. Now, I'm curious as to whether or not this is a supernatural event, or if this might possibly be the mother's doing. I fully believe that there could be a case for her poisoning the family. But there are other theories I can also think of, such as that supposed poison dragon underground, that underground waterway. 1 second. Guess what, mudda hubbas? I got myself some ice cream, or rather, my brother got me some ice cream, and I am eternally grateful, by which I mean, I will eat it and then promptly forget that other people exist while doing so. Good shit. We love having ice cream at 11 in the morning. God damn. Oh, we got a circle. Got a line. Circle, circle. I don't know which way to go. Can I go this way? I'm sure there's some way to figure your way through this place, but aimlessly wandering lets me face more enemies and use the box arm more. So, really, I'm not too bothered. Boom. Fetch me their souls! Delicious, like caramel. We enjoy a little bit of soul stealing. A little bit of soul stealing is good for the heart. Builds character, I think. Fuck, it's been too long since I had ice cream. This shit is hitting different. Yo, what up, big man? Let's play. This is so much different than fighting them. Like, we just came off the boss fight with our dad and mom, and we spent forever trying to whittle his health down. And then we see the fox arm just shreds those enemies in no time at all. It's incredible. The fox arm is just the best. And while thematically I really like the Naginata, and I think it's a really cool weapon, I think I have decided that, yeah, just the fox arm is just leagues better and more fun to use. I mean, come on, the light attack has a stun built in. Gimme y'all, gimme y'all, gimme y'all, gimme y'all soul. And we don't need no pills. We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. Let's see, let's throw on our first aid kits. We want to save up our you know how it be. A white sparrow crest. Innocent and afraid. I wonder what that represents. Looks like there are 2 Hinekos or something. Oh wait, there are. Oh, forgot the kudzu. No more Emmas. Do I want to draw a Omamori? I mean, I might as well. I have the faith for it, right? Greatly increased stun power when a weapon's durability is low. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be using that too much. That's a shame. Bears are pretty cool, but this game all about them foxes. But we should move on. Ooh. There are more than before. And even more blood. Good things, supposedly. Strict mother's letter. Good morning, my handsome boy. I have good news. Indeed, good news to a Tsuniki is always accompanied by the news of someone else's death. Your father and that woman he kept as a pet have both gotten sick and died. And now your grandfather, the head of the house, has invited you to the Tsuniki residence to make you successor. It is a pity that I couldn't reacquaint you with your father, but at least I was able to make you successor to the Tsuniki lineage. So it's the wording in that, the I made you successor, that really makes me think that Sachi, or Sachie, planned for this to happen and did a little murder, a little teehee. Gotcha. An ornate scroll. Sacrifice, once and for all, body and soul made pure by rebirth. Offer all that is yours. And despite all she's gone through, you see her demeanor is still kind of hesitant. She talks still in that sort of trance-like state. Well, let's get in there. In the WWE cage match, the Fox Arm Hideko takes on the slimy sack lady. I don't know. I don't think there's any kind of name that does this thing justice. Or, you know, that I'd want to do it justice, frankly. I'd rather this thing just be gone. It seems we have a new challenger. The Undertaker tries to make an appearance, but they are quickly stopped.
Junko-san.
Oh. Hello there.
ひなことほんの少しだけ話がしたいのだけれど、よろしいかしら。
では。
お姉ちゃん殺せた？しっかりと。うん。しっかりね。しっかりって。今日だけはお姉ちゃんとあなたの二人だけの秘密にしてあげる。でも今日を超えてまだ生き残っていることがあるのなら、お姉ちゃんが彼のためにもあなたを殺すからね。
もう少し外していた方がいいかな。
Bro's just like, yo, what kind of fucking sisterhood is this?
お時間をありがとうございます。
Reminds me of the sister school of my Catholic boarding school. Mine was all boys, but our sister school was all girls, and if you think guys are, like, teen guys are crazy and cause all the issues and that they're scumbags, holy fucking shit, you could not comprehend how toxic and insane an all-girls Catholic school is. Like, it was scary, the amount of bullying that went on. Like, friends, best friends that had known each other since, like, elementary school were scared to share what colleges they were applying to for fear that parents of other students, even if it was their friend, would write to the schools saying things like, she's a slut, she slept with the teachers, all this stuff. And it is the most insane stuff I have ever heard from high school. Not only that, but we occasionally would do, like, what would be, like, joint activities with the other school, joint prayer and all of that stuff that I didn't really care about. But some of the times there would be like, hey, we're building the community. What do we think of the other school? And of course, all the guys wrote something like, Oh, well, they have nice facilities. They have a lot of art programs, very cool. I like seeing their theater productions and stuff. They're always well kept. And the girls fucking tore into us. Like, they put rapists, bad at sports, God, there was one I can't even remember that was just, like, straight up vicious and, like, directed at one student in particular. And holy fuck, it was the most, like, uncomfortable I have ever been, because they were just needlessly hostile for no reason. It was insane. And every single person I have talked to that went to that school, every single girl, because I have a sister who was looking at going to a boarding school as well at one point. Every single girl I talked to about, like, hey, would you recommend this school? They said basically, like, it was the worst fucking decision of their life. And that, like, the sincerity with which they said that scares me. And my high school experience wasn't fun. But, holy fuck, yeah, no good. Are these in the right spots? Let's read this again. And, at my school, we had an incident where a student photoshopped the faces of every Jewish student's face onto a picture of a concentration camp. So, my school wasn't good, but, like, they had active suicides, bullying, weight loss. It's like Mean Girls times a fucking million. So sometimes I'll joke that, like, ooh, women scare me. But legitimately, from what I've seen, women are way more capable of just being vicious and scary than any guy I have met. Now, does that mean that that's always the case? No. I'm pretty young. I haven't experienced much of the world. But goddamn, has it left a strong impact on me. So that's not the one, but the clue. The blackbird wishes to take the white bird. The white bird wishes to resist. The fox brings along his followers in triumph. He notices not the two birds in conflict. So the one leading the parade and not really looking back will be our fox mask. And then these two fighting over this lantern will be our birds. It might just be that I put the wrong ones. There we go. Yeah. So the lantern is the white bird, and the one with the bow is trying to take it. So, let us move on. Another present. I'm sure this one will be so much nicer than the others. I'm not a huge fan of mystery boxes. After the last one he gave us was a goddamn saw to cut our arm off. I used to think the song Dick in a Box was a little straightforward and possibly one of the worst things you could give to a woman, but
では
I think a saw blade
はい。
and the demand that they cut their arm off might be up there. I think that might not be the best gift for a romantic interest. I don't know, maybe, what's his name? Vincent van Gogh would disagree. He was all about that, mutilating body parts for romantic interest. Or maybe not. Hard to tell. There are contradictory accounts about that whole debacle as to why he lost his ear. But
これで最後
it's inconvenient to my narrative to actually look it up at this time.
一緒だからここまで来られました。
もうわずかの辛抱だ。
はい。最後まで。
We are almost done. Now to go back a little bit, that conversation we had with Junko, where she asked if we killed it, huh. And yet she still weeps for them, despite everything. You can sit right back down, ma'am. At this point, we are alone. Our friends, dead. Our parents, dead. Everyone in the town has disappeared, turned into monsters. We're not quite sure. It doesn't really matter. The town is overrun, and we are all that is left. This monster in the fog running away took it all from us, so naturally there is only one thing to do when you've lost it all, and that is to get vengeance. Sit down, stop making so much noise. Hell yeah, they are. And so we have two sides of the same coin with these Hinakos. One wants to destroy everything from the past, and one wants to destroy everything in the future that robbed her of her identity. Get it. Bonk! Can you, like, just go down? Please? Thank you. That'd be great. Now, we could grab another axe and replace the sledge, but you know what? Actually, we are going to do that. As good as the sledge is, I think the axe is a little bit better. And having a full health axe, that's going to carry us, really. So, let us continue with the... This should be the last... I know I've said it before. I said it last night. But we're in the end game now. If I don't manage to reach the ending in this session, I will have my mind blown. Dried carcass, scrumptious. Let's go ahead and offer that to our fox guardian, our guardian spirit, to show our faith and devotion. What we got down here? Some divine water, also pretty much useless. But I suppose we could just toss it in here. Now then, let's find this creature. Find out who it is, what it wants, why it's done this, and then put it out of our misery. Never mess with somebody who has nothing to lose. Oh, come on. Come on, that should have faded. Whatever. I took an extra hit. Wah. And we get a new baseball bat for our trouble. No good, it won't budge. Oh, there's something back here. A red capsule? Just pop it for good luck. After all, at this point, what's the harm? Well, let me have a little bit more ice cream. It almost feels wrong for Hinako to be having a generational crash out and for me to just be slowly enjoying some ice cream. Like, this is nice. But you know, girly pop, life is like that. Sometimes everyone dies. And sometimes you get ice cream. It's all about that balance. And I think those balance out, right? Ice cream, friends and family dead. Frankly, some sacrifices need to be made for the sake of a nice cookies and cream ice cream. Now, I'm not saying I'd willingly kill them, but if they just happened to die and I got ice cream out of it, well, I think I'd finish my ice cream before I went, oh my god, all my friends are dead, and kind of broke down crying. I think I'd probably enjoy my ice cream. Now, does that make me a bad person? Probably. But it does make me a person. And that's something, maybe. I don't know, I didn't really think too far ahead with this metaphor. To be honest, I just like ice cream. This is a witch! Stake the witch! That has some range on it, goddamn. Alright, switch to the axe. Ew. I hate the slurpy gurp sound that comes from when it pops out one of those little flesh pods. Not a fan. Uh-oh. I'm okay with that trade because it means you died. I have my priorities straight. I'll take a hit or two if it means I can get the kill. I'm the kind of person that plays, something coming? Or can I have a bite of my ice cream? I'm gonna have a bite of my ice cream. I'm not too worried. Let the horrors come. God damn. Honestly, like zombie apocalypse, I used to have, like, because I am stupid and like to think about emergency scenarios, zombie apocalypse, I think rather than having a legitimate plan, I think at this point in my life, I just go to like an ice cream store, enjoy a nice all-you-can-eat night, and then probably just walk out and be like, alright, let's get this party started. And then whatever happens after that, who cares? Oh my god, she's holding that pose. Never mind. A kitchen knife. Bah. Well, let's get the axe out, because I really don't want to deal with this guy. TBH. There we are. Let's go ahead and use our repair kit, because I'd rather not have this axe break. Oh, now we can loot it. There we go. Finally, we got the Omamori Spider. Greatly decreased weapon durability consumption from performing light attacks. As well as a letter from the hospital that I've been referring to a couple times throughout this playthrough. Prefectural University Hospital, Department of Psychiatry. Mr. and Miss or Mrs. Igarashi, test results. We have compiled the test results for Igarashi Sakuko below. 1. Results, no abnormalities found. 2. Observation, shows characteristics of mild autism. All other test results were within normal range. 3. Notes, it is not unusual for pubescent children to claim they can see and hear things that are not real. As they mature, these issues tend to resolve themselves on their own, so I believe there is no need for concern. Regarding her fear of the dark, her response is proper and natural. Continuing to scold her may only worsen her condition. Please do not trouble yourself over Sakuko. Simply raise her with love and affection and let her mature at her own pace. Hey Captain, you missed some important lore stuff. Like, some legitimately really important lore stuff. Oh. Come here, boy. Yeah, I'm at work, so no problem. You can always watch back. It's not going to go anywhere. Maybe. That's what you'd like to think, huh? Joke's on you, I'm taking down this entire channel after I finish this game. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to pull the old Figster maneuver. But more than lore, I just want you to know that my brother got me ice cream. Like Markiplier. Yeah. I don't know who that is, but yeah. So, yeah, brother's cool. Despite Sakuko having a generational crash out, I'm doing just fine. And it's making for some interesting dichotomy. What flavor? Ooh. Hot take, cookies and cream, best flavor. Name, Shimizu Hinako. Last seen wearing colored uniform, colored skirt. I'd hope they have colors. This isn't black and white. Details of disappearance. Left home, met with wearing a... You like cookies and cream? It just feels like one of those flavors people kind of sleep on and don't really think about, but Isn't that lactose? Oh yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. It is lactose. I am going to have a time. But I'm willing to risk it for the snisket. So yeah, Sakuko now, all her friends are dead. Her parents too. She's having a bit of a time and is going on a, well, no other way to say this other than she is really, really crashing out. Hold on, wait, did I change my... Who did I say? Did I not say Hinako? Oh, I can't change it while in combat. Sakuko? My bad. No, but we did find a note about Sakuko that I was reading when you joined, which shows that her parents were worried about her mental health, but found that there was nothing wrong with her, specifically because of her hearing voices and stuff. But she apparently had mild autism, and also, other than that, she was perfectly fine. And the doctor recommended that instead of going, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you, maybe shut the fuck up and love your daughter. Which was a wild statement for the time. What the fuck was that? Oh, never mind. I thought that was the giant baby from Resident Evil 8. And I was like, what is that doing here? But no, it's just a lump of flesh. Which, when you think about it, that is the baby from Resident Evil 8. Should I replace my crowbar? I mean, I might as well, right? Doctor recommends compassion. Who'd have thunk? Doctor recommends treating child like a living thing. I can't believe a doctor from the 1960s is better than Figgies. Anyways, are you ready for the quote-unquote, reveal? The fog monster, finally. Do you notice anything peculiar about it? Snares. About its design. So when I first saw this, I clocked it immediately. She has the fox arm. Her arm is the fox arm, and she has no face.
こんなことだろうと思いました。これがどれだけ失礼なことか、あなたにも十分分かっているはず。殺しなさい。殺しなさい。さあ。
Do it now. She's right there. Kill her.
それがあなたのためです。死になさい。
So, maybe some gears are turning. But you don't have to think on it too long, since we're about to see what the fuck is happening. And it just says it in no uncertain terms. As we go back to what is, surprise, the modern day. Who said that? Who said, feeble bride, I will rip your throat out with this claw and feed it to you? Rude ass motherfucker. Also, we know that Junko is not the fog monster, since they were talking to each other. And we go through with the wedding ceremony. Or a preparation for a wedding. And that's interesting. There are still 2 offerings. Despite the fact that she killed off Sakuko in her mind. And so the flowers bloom, and Hinako begins to transform. Oh yeah, I should probably say agoraphobia warning. Well, it's a little late for that. Sorry, people who weren't really looking forward to such displays. But the fog monster is none other than Hinako herself. So the one killing off all of these people precious to us has been ourself. She's literally killing off her childhood, her ties to the past, her identity, in order to become the quote-unquote perfect bride for Kotoyuki Tsuneki. However, things don't always work out the way you plan. And there are two versions of Hinako. While she struggles to kill off her identity, her inner self is fighting back. And that's who we've been playing as in this fog town. The Hinako who wasn't empowered by these mystical forces, the one that had a pipe, a flash step, and a dream, is the real. I say real, but that's the inner Hinako. That's the one that the world is trying to crush. And this is the one that has accepted the way of the world. But as there are two still, and I say still, because we have not reached the ending yet, and we are completely overrunning this world, this inner world. Work's a little busy right now, might need to catch up later. That's fair. I'm going to keep monologuing about what's happening. Don't go that way. Thank you, Weird Doll. Don't care what you think. I do what I want. Oh, how did she grab me? Rude. I feel like I should be basically immune to damage at this point in the game. Really puts you on a power trip of there is no hope. This Hinako is going to win. And it feels very weird for these forces of what is essentially her perception of the world to be stopping her or trying to slow her down. But, you know, it lets me play with the fox arm more. So, hell yeah. Is there Monster of the Week? My mom's still around, so I don't know if tonight works for me. That's okay. I can always push back and play more Silent Hill, because I will do that anyway. And her decision is to disappear. It's broken, nothing inside. And I love this somber melody. As by this point, it should have dawned on the player that We are not the good guy survivor. We are the monster. And from the looks of it, we have won. The monster won in the end. Oh. Fucking rude. Can you not? For like 3 seconds? Can you not juggle me? Thank you. Casually stun locks, like the most powerful monster, I guess, quote unquote. We are basically the pyramid head of this game, and I think this part could hit a little bit harder if they made it so that we were just a unstoppable force. Really drive home that feeling of loss. But, you know, it doesn't particularly matter. Oh, hold on, let me enshrine that. I need that for New Game Plus. Now, the way this game works is that ending 1, you will always get your first playthrough. You can only get one ending. So you don't need to worry about what items you use or how many enemies you kill or anything like that from previous Silent Hill games. You only need to worry about playing and enjoying the game, which I think is very fun. You won't be able to see your father or mother anymore. Honestly, good riddance. Fuck them. They suck. Come here, boy. God, he's got so much stun power with that. Would you mind just sitting down for a second? And just knocking off your childish antics. After all, we are a grown adult now, and this childish side must perish. We're not allowed to be that child anymore. We are nothing but property, a bride, just as society wants us to be. And no matter how much we fought, in the end, it was pointless. What can one person do against the world that has turned against them? A world that celebrates this bestial form. This horrific mutilation of innocence. But there is nothing really left to be said. And so we will make our way to our house. You won't be able to stay as you are now. Indeed, as I am now, must die. The old Hinako must disappear, so that the bride, Hinako Tsuneki, can continue. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. Oh my god, he's got a massive butt crack. Damn, boy! What you doing with all that cake? I'm feeling very hungry, and I don't know if I can eat all that. He's thick! That's a thick-ass boy! Damn, boy, he thick! Boy! Ice cream really does overshadow the entire fact that this is super depressing. Some damn good ice cream. Big fan. If you ever find yourself in a fog-encased helltown of your own psyche's making, bring ice cream. Shit's great. And our parents are so happy to see us. A beautiful, blushing bride.
綺麗だよ。ほら、お父さん。
ここはもうお前の家ではない。一人で帰ってきても敷居をまたげると思うな。
Okay. We show our respect to the people that raised us before cutting them out of our lives forever. But what's this? Hinaku? Shimizu, ibuprofen, Hinako is still alive, motherfucker. She has not given up on freedom of being herself, of truly submitting to the will of the world. And so we enter the Dark Shrine, armed and ready to face what may come. To face ourselves. As equals, as Hinako wanted the other Hinako.
くねった道。まるで私の心みたい。
That's because you are, my dear, acetaminophen addicted child. We are walking through this area that we have gone through before. Hey, we got some bandages. A new crowbar, should we choose to accept it.
全てを壊すの手伝ってくれるよね。
Now, the unfortunate reality is, although this Hinako wants the freedom of identity, at this point, she's been warped by this world as well. To the point where this inner conflict, these dueling personalities, have driven Hinako to lash out. So while the other Hinako wanted to kill off her internal world, this Hinako wants to kill off the external one. And we'll see how that plays out in this battle. One down. Try me, bitch. Bam. Beating women with crowbars. I knew all that training would pay off. I love engaging with people on the internet that refuse to acknowledge that jokes exist and just accuse you of being a terrible person because you have a sense of humor. I love that. It's so much fun. That's not related to right now. It's something I'll face in the coming hours when I decide to upload some shorts again. You're in my way. There we go, counter, punk. We got him in a corner, and we beat his ass. Ow. Rude as fuck. Come here, short hair. What the heck is going on with the targeting right there? Some kind of weird... Something weird was happening there. We got ourselves another toolkit. So we're going to go to our damaged axe and we are going to repair it. We're going to go ahead and let's just pop this last first aid kit. We'll use the other one as well. Oh, wait, while I am thinking about it, let's go ahead and take out the Pine Omamori that increases our HP, and instead put on the Spider, which is one that is very, very nice. And then we're also going to pick up the Sledge instead of the Crowbar. So now we have 3 heavy weapons, and all of them are insanely good. Let's keep going. Let's see if anything else decides to get in our way. Anyone else foolish enough? This is it, and no turning back now. And that is to let us know that this is, in fact, the end game. This is the final boss. There is nothing after it. Well, except for New Game, but we're gonna pretend like we don't know about that yet. So let's go ahead and... Oh, we don't have any room to get rid of things. So we're just gonna go ahead and let's just discard this first aid kit, because honestly, we're not gonna use it. And now we are going to... Hey y'all! What's up, Seth? That's my fucking boy. What is up, Seth? You are just in time for the final boss. I'm not sure if you're caught up, but it is going to be a time. So, slight content warning, there's going to be some body horror. I don't think there's anything quite to the level of what we saw the other night. As far as I remember, it's just scary boss design. You are not... Oh boy. Well, to put it simply, there are 2 Hinakos. One that is attempting to kill off her past self, her childhood, her friends, family, her identity, while the other, who we are playing as right now, is resisting all of that and wants to strike out at the world that has forced this onto her. And these 2 personalities are clashing. So, the final boss is in fact Hinako herself. And we're seeing more red pills around, but at this point in the game, they are useless. So you may be wondering why they're here. Interesting. Indeed. A kitchen knife through the eye of the fox, and the doll seems to have placed it there. So the doll is now trying to help us save Hinako. But we're not exactly allied with the doll. You'll see. It's a little more complex than there's just the 2 of them. But let's just get right to it. This boss fight, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, so the entire time it seemed like Hinako in the fog town was the quote-unquote real Hinako, but in fact it's a alternate version of herself, her inner self, while the one we played as in the Dark Temple was the real Hinako, the one who is currently being married to the real-life Fox Mask, whose name is Kodayuki Sumiki. And while we know a little bit about his story and stuff, we don't really know him. In fact, we haven't even seen what he actually looks like. We've only seen the mask. But here we are at the wedding venue. All of the sneering foxes around us. And there is Junko, our sister.
お姉ちゃんは所詮は向こう側の人間。私の気持ちなんてわからない。
落ち着いて。あなたがどうしてここにいるかわかる？
わからない。ここはどこ？
I say the real Hinako,
辛い。気持ち悪い。
but
それは何の？あなたいつから飲んでるの？そんなに飲んで大丈夫なの？
全然大丈夫だよ。これを飲むと落ち着くから。もうやめなさい。
you fucking knew that Junko was involved? Yes. You'll notice her design. Hold on, I'm gonna pause real quick. Her design, she looks like a corpse wearing a Tengu mask. That's because that is how Hinako views her. She is no longer her sister, but something that took her place and is possessing the corpse of who Junko used to be, because she changed after getting married. And the Tengu, if you know Japanese folklore, is a omen of disaster. Yeah, Tengu are not good things, typically. Yeah. So this is the first puzzle we did in the Dark Shrine, where we paid homage to our ancestors. And this Hinako is destroying it all. Basically declaring a hatred for everything that this culture, society represents, what it forces on her. That's a Bloodborne-ass boss intro if I've ever seen one. And that is what Hinako became. You can see the arm she cut off to get the fox arm. Her face is gone. And so the two versions clash. God, she's loud. Can you, like, not, woman? Oh, okay, so she's got full-on, like, Bloodborne like, combos going on. That's an insane design, holy shit. Yeah, I love the wedding dress, and then all of the representations that I went through with the rituals. Her arm being changed because she lost her autonomy. Her face being removed, her identity. Whoop. Phase 2, baby. Ow. She now has the Lady Maria blood trail. Am I far enough? I'm close enough. Hell yeah. The spider lily's at her feet. Oh, just wait, it gets even wilder. Alright. And now she starts drawing more power to her. And now she has 2 fox arms. Fuck me! The range on that. But thankfully, our axe has hyper armor. No, no, let me go. Let me go! Whew. Managed to avoid the worst of the damage. Yeah, so we pretty much have like a cleric beast. It's basically a bloodborne enemy. We just straight up have a bloodborne enemy as the final boss, and it's great. There we go. Now I got the dodge timing down. And I believe that is it. As the quote-unquote societally acceptable Hinako is defeated. The one that wants to be married to fit in, to be a functioning member of society. And all that's left is the broken, tortured identity. All that's left. All we have is a broken pipe, so we can't even fight our way out. we just have to run. But what are these items at our feet? Capsules. More medicine. As we lose our minds.
うるさいどいて邪魔するなら容赦しない
As our fight to protect our identity has gone off the rails. And no one is able to speak to her. We hear voices, but all we see are monsters. As we try and escape from whatever hellscape we're in, these hills that we've been given by these, we've developed a reliance on them, while our fracturing mental state has driven us to this point. But Hinako is no longer able to identify reality as she drowns in her reliance on these medications, which I just want to state, I'm pretty sure this is Robert Kennedy Jr.'s nightmare. I think this much acetaminophen in one place drive him crazy. I mean, if this much Motrin doesn't cause autism, I think he may just be wrong. I think he might be insane. We hear police sirens, flashing lights as Hinako, battered, bruised, and very much insane, tries to flee. From a world that rejects her. And the mist closes in. This is ending 1 of 5. It's not completely over yet, by the way, Seth. And this song is a fucking bop. So the entire game takes place... Yeah, just because the credits roll doesn't mean it's over. This is ending 1. You can only get this ending on your first playthrough. You are unable to get any others. And it is the ending where Hinako is given medicine that helps her kind of dissociate and deal with the world that feels hostile to her. It allows her to escape reality. And her reliance on this medicine leads to this sort of split identity where she can't decide which version of herself is the true Hinako. And so we have two very distinct personalities. One that goes ahead with this wedding, and one that is adamantly against it. And so, in the end, when the inner childish self that hates the world that she has been forced into is the one that wins over, she lashes out at those around her, resulting in this.
米川により県警本部県道8号線にて当該事案の被疑者と思わしき女性に襲われた男性2名のうち1名は現在心肺停止の状態。羽倉町1より県警本部、一部被害者に使用された包丁ですが敷地内からは発見できず、被疑者は現在もこれを所持している可能性が高いと思われます。どうぞ。県警本部から各局、女性被疑者は20代です。花嫁装束、身長は 160cm 少々、常吉神宮より逃走中、凶器を所持している可能性が極めて高い。各局はくれぐれも慎重に対応されたし。羽倉町1から県警本部、被疑者は赤と白のカプセル状の薬のようなものを犯行時に断続的に服用していたとのことです。県警本部より神楽町1、それは式場内で発見された正体不明のカプセル薬と同一のものか。どうぞ。神楽町1から県警本部、被疑者が服用する際に口からこぼしたカプセル薬が敷地内から。
So, she very much did snap and lash out, causing a massacre at her wedding, which we've heard radio broadcasts throughout the game hinting at some kind of massacre or disaster, with at least 10 people dead. Of those victims, we know, or can assume, Sakuko, Rinko, and Shu, as well as Junko, and then Hinako's mother, father, and then finally Kodayuki Tsunishiro, or Tsuniki. Kodayuki Tsuniki, that's his name, right? And so, she kills a bunch of people in this delusional state, high off of anxiety medications that numb her to the world. Someone who was never understood and forced to be something that she wasn't until she broke. But as I said, this is ending 1 of 5, meaning that her story is not over, and it does not have to end in this tragedy. Now, the next ending I will be going for, simply for easy to complete, and then also it will help me complete the others will be the UFO ending. Or the joke ending. We should be able to complete it relatively quickly. But I think after the credits finish rolling, I will call it for now. I plan on maybe streaming again later. Can't wait to see that. Yeah. So I will be back again tonight after 10 p.m. I had a Monster of the Week tabletop session planned, but Eris apparently couldn't make it, so I am free tonight. So I figured, why not do another ending? Especially the shortest ending, so we should be able to do it in one session. But there are several things that are added in New Game Plus which make the story far more interesting. Cutscenes are changed, we get more context, there's a new weapon. Valid, I'll probably hop on after I get off work. I am looking forward to seeing you there, Seth. You always bring a fun energy, so you're always welcome. God, this song is such a bop. But yeah, I want to let the credits roll for this ending because, first of all, they deserve it. But for the rest of the endings, except for the final one, I'm just going to skip the credits. I think that'll make it... I feel like showing the credits twice is acceptable, and then also doing all of the endings is also good, because I want to appreciate everything this game has. And I also want to appreciate the people who put in the effort for it. But for now, I hope you all had a wonderful time. Please like, comment, subscribe, or share with people who might enjoy this. In the meantime, I will see you later, and I hope you'll take very good care of yourself. Have a wonderful day.